Senator, that man you saw, Tom Cotton. Senator, thanks for being here. That moment went viral for good reason. We know the media is going to continue to give her a pass. So how does the GOP make this work for them? How do you almost force them to overreact? I mean, you did that with John Carl. He just knew, he admitted he didn't know how she had changed that position. How do we do more of that?
Well, Pete, I think it helps to have the facts on our side, and we have the facts on our side. Kamala Harris hasn't changed her position on trying to take health insurance away from 170 million people who get their health insurance on the job. She hasn't changed her position on, say, decriminalizing illegal immigration and then giving illegal aliens health insurance at taxpayer expense. But, you know, Pete, even if she said those things, we would know that they're all lies. We know that she has a record. That record goes back years in public office. That's what she believes. That's what's in her heart. Whatever she says now to get through the last 10 weeks of this campaign is just what she thinks is politically expedient. So it helps a lot to have the facts on our side. I think it's just important that the president and his campaign and all of us who support him continue to point out these facts. Likewise, there's facts on President Trump's side. It's not disputed what he did when he was in office. We know he's not a candidate who's promising what he's going to do. We simply have to look back to 4 years of President Trump's tenure when we had peace, prosperity, and stability all around the world. That's the contrast that voters are going to see over the next 10 weeks. And I think that's why they're going to elect President Trump to a second term.
Well, I hope you're right. But you're talking facts, you're talking policies. There was hope and change in 2008. Now it's hope and optimism. Here's a former Biden White House director of message planning on CNN today. Here's how they explained away her lack of policies. Watch this.
She's giving people a feeling of hope and feeling of optimism for the future. So I think she needs to lay out some policies so that then syncs with those feelings. It's like, okay, great, I feel good about you, I feel hopeful about you, and here are what you're going to do. So I think that they go hand in hand.
Some policies to go with those hopeful feelings. What would those hopeful new policies be, Tom? Is it building the wall now? Is it now that we're going to frack? Is it no bans on gas-powered vehicles? The EV mandate's gone. What are the hopeful vibes?
Yeah, Pete, all of those things, which again, she hasn't said in her own words, are simply lies.
No.
We know where she stands. We know what she thinks. And I would say I did get a sense last week watching the Democratic National Convention that they were definitely trying to rerun the greatest hits from 2008. A lot of the Obama high command has taken over the Biden campaign. They're protecting Harris. They're running the same playbook. But there's a big difference, Pete. Who was president in 2008? George Bush. Rightly or wrongly, President Bush was not very popular in 2008. Barack Obama certainly could promise a different direction. Who's president now? Joe Biden. And very rightly, Joe Biden is unpopular because his policies are such a failure. And Kamala Harris has been his wingman every step of the way. There's a reason why they both insist on calling it the Biden-Harris administration. She was the border czar. She cast the deciding vote for the $1 trillion of taxes and spending that unleashed record-high inflation. She proposed to cut the military budget every single year. That's the difference between 2008 and 2024. She's responsible for the failures of the current administration. If you want a new direction, as most Americans do, Donald Trump is the candidate to bring real change.
An incumbent running against the incumbent who changes her positions via fact checks on press release. Got it. That's exactly who we need in a dangerous world. Senator, thank you. Good to see you.